Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Matthew Stapley. Give me one sec. I am just going to share this around to Facebook and everywhere else. Okay, having a good start to your week. All right, let's see. Sorry guys, bear with me just for a minute. Okay, here we go. All right. Hey Tammy, hey Christina, Samantha, Sweetest Rain, hi from New Zealand, hi from Canada. Hope you guys are doing well. Hey CF, how are you? So I'm definitely slowly getting the hang of this. Let me see. Does that light help at all? I'm really not used to doing this. And when I did it on Facebook, it was a lot less. It was easier. Still very much getting used to YouTube here. So for anybody who has not seen me go live before, if there is anybody in here who has not seen me go live before, basically the way that I work is I will tune into Spirit. I will ask for messages from Spirit to come forward. And so some of the time it will be messages coming through on their own from Spirit stepping forward for either you guys, people who will watch later, people that you know, whatever. And then the other thing that I'll do is I'll also end up being drawn to people in the chat. And, you know, there's no way for me to explain it to certain people, and I answer their questions as best I can. And that's basically how it works. If you do not have a YouTube account, I found out that it may be hard for you or impossible for you to type in the chat. So make sure that you are logged into YouTube. You know, I'm addicted to watching YouTube. This is my first time actually being on it. So it's taking me some time to figure it out. And I hope all of you have had, you know, a good weekend. I popped on yesterday to kind of give it a whirl. If you wouldn't mind sharing my video to your social media pages, that would be absolutely appreciated. We can help these messages get to where they need to go. All right, so that said, let's get started. So I'm going to tune in now. All right, so the first person that I'm getting coming forward, I'm getting a woman coming forward from Spirit. She comes in as older, so I'm getting like an elderly energy from her. She's very much drawing me to the month of March. Is important to her, so that's birth or death. I just heard Amy, clairaudiently, the name Amy, and I don't think that's her name. I think that's somebody on Earth. I also feel that when this elderly woman passed away, she's showing me 3 years, so it could have been 3 years ago. There's a 3 years connection here. She's also giving me the name Dave or David as somebody else who's important to her or family. She's coming forward for a female. She says that this woman has been feeling really like roller coastery, out of sorts, up and down. She's writing up and down here on my paper. And she's saying that this person just feels like they're at like the end of a road, like they don't really know what they're supposed to do or focus on or whatever. And I'm being shown that the message is that you don't have to change anything yet anyway. So just try to breathe through this non-movement period. She's saying that in the month of December, this is going to sound weird, but in December, there's going to be a child connected to you that will have to go for a dental appointment in December. She says right around the time of that appointment, everything begins to shift for you in your life. Everything begins to change. She's saying this will become a really awesome and fortuitous period for you. And so she is coming through with that. So that is message number 1. Message number 2, I'm getting a male coming forward. So a man's energy that's passed on. He comes in as on the younger side, but I'm going to place him in middle age is the feeling that I have from him. He's saying that he passed away from cancer. And he says that when it came on fairly quickly. And I'm very drawn to like across the top of the abdomen. So to me, this could be liver, pancreas. I'm feeling it more on the left, which to me is usually a pancreas thing. But he's drawing me to that area of his body. He is saying that on Earth, he was a very fun-loving, he's writing fun-loving down here, very fun-loving guy. He loved people, he loved family, he loved friends, and when he found out he was ill, I feel like he found out he was very ill, or he found out that things were about to really take a difficult turn, because he's saying when he found that he was ill, he was only around for a short amount of time after that. And I very much feel that could have been weeks or months. I can't go much further than that. He is showing me the month of June is important to him. And this is going to sound really weird, but he's showing me two Muppet characters, Grover and Kermit the Frog. And I don't know where these fit in, but he's showing me both of them. He's also talking about a female who is alive that was a lot younger at his time of passing, or he was close to her when she was younger. And I'm very drawn to that. He used to like to make her laugh. And I'm getting this image of like, I'm getting this image of telling stories with stuffed animals and things like that. And I would say that this could have been a niece to him or a female that's younger, but I almost get that he's coming forward almost like an uncle or something / friend, but definitely family. He is coming through for the message with a message that you have been wondering or concerned about having children of your own, having a family of your own. And he says, you don't have to worry. All of these things are going to work out for you, that things are going to get better for you in terms of that part of your life. So, whatever the worry is now, I feel like by spring of next year, it will no longer be a worry. So that is message number 2. Message number 3, I'm getting a middle-aged female coming forward. This is interesting. I don't usually see what they look like, but I can see her in my vision. She's got brown hair, and it's kind of, sound weird, shorter around here, and then gets a little bit longer on the sides and back. And I heard her say, "Oh God, my mullet." So I think that she may have had a haircut like that. She's showing me it being brown with almost like a slight tint of red, like that auburny kind of color. When I'm asking her how she passed away, she said that she was ill already with an illness that spread through the body or moved around. But she says her actual cause of death was an infection here, so lung infection. She is coming forward for her children and family in general. She says that 2 children have become estranged from each other. So it feels like a brother-sister energy, have become estranged or distant. She says that that's okay, but she loves both of you equally and that she's continuing to help. She's also saying that she is working on helping with the brother figure's living situation. So there's some kind of a difficulty with his living situation, and she is working on helping with that. That's message number 3. All right, let's go into the chat now, and we will see where I'm drawn to read. Tiffany W says, anything coming through? Tiffany, as they step into your energy, they're wanting to talk about the feelings of being overwhelmed and also the feelings of not being sure where you're supposed to focus your energy, your time, all of that. They're saying that you've been really feeling like you need to change things, but you don't know what the changes should be. They're saying that October will bring a lot of change for you, Tiffany. They're showing me a positive relationship change in the second week of October. So this could either be deepening a connection with somebody or meeting somebody. It's something about a new beginning, and it's in a very positive way. So I don't see this being like an ending and then a new beginning. This is a positive shift. They're also showing me, Tiffany, that I'm not sure who the child is that's around you. That's a young child around you that has some learning issues or some kind of learning differences maybe. And they're saying, don't worry, by next year, a lot of those things will have been addressed fully and completely. So whether that's your child, a friend's child, whatever, I am seeing that, and it will only get better from there. Samantha Church says, will I get the career that I want? Samantha, I do see you getting the career that you want, but I also feel that what you want now and what you're going to want by the summer of next year will be slightly different. At that time, I see major movement forward, so things are going to be totally fine for you. Okay, Gwen Wilson says, please tell me about my daughter. Please, thank you for her sickness. So as I'm going into your daughter's energy, Gwen, okay, so the first thing this is going to sound weird, but the first thing that they're saying is for you. They're saying that your intensity of fear needs to shift. They're saying that you're kind of bubble wrapping your daughter a little bit, which I think any parent would do. But they're saying the bubble wrapping your daughter is actually, it's almost binding everything up. It's creating a lack of flow within you. So it's very important that you learn to breathe through that if you can. When I go into her energy, I'm getting something that's affecting more than one part of the body. They're saying that a big part of what she's experiencing, it's they're showing me blood levels that are constantly up and down that don't make a lot of sense. I do feel like it will require a doctor with a different way of looking at things, and I do not feel the right doctor has been put in front of your daughter yet. I do feel that that will shift, though, and I feel like when we get towards the end of the year, as long as your daughter and you can continue being very the word aggressive isn't really the word, but assertive maybe with physicians and things like that, it will make a difference. I am being shown that natural healing will not cut it fully. So it could be helpful, but it will not fully make a difference. I do see that traditional medicine will have to be used. And she will fully recover from whatever this issue is, by the way. That I do see. It's just going to take some time. All right, let's see where we're going now. Nancy V says, will my daughter and son-in-law have a happy, successful move to Tucson, Arizona in November? Yes, they will. I do see a slight delay of a week. So I don't think it's a delay in moving. I actually feel that that delay has more to do with where they're living at the time. But it looks good. I think the move will be really good for him or for them. Kayla M says, any messages for me from my loved ones? Let's see. So Kayla, I'm getting a female coming forward for you. She comes in as older than you. So this could be a mother or a grandmother vibration. I'm going more towards older than a mother, though, I think. And she comes in saying at her end of life, she was a little bit like out of it. Like she wasn't very clear. She's showing me that there was some neurological issues or mind issues with her at the end of life. I also feel that her path throughout her life was that she was very open-hearted, very loving, very compassionate. So whoever that is from your mom's side is coming forward for you. She's also showing me the end of a year. So that's November, December to me is important to her. So that could be birth or death. And I also see the beginning of a year is important to her as well. So that could be January, February is important to her as well. So that could also be birth, death, or something else of significance. Whoever she is, Kayla, she comes forward for you. There's also a male spirit around as well who is not elderly at this time of passing. This woman feels pretty elderly at her time of death. I feel like this gentleman was not. I would place him as younger, maybe even middle-aged. I also feel that he was a very kind guy, but he could go through periods of frustration and anger. And he comes in, I think, from your dad's side of the family. Whoever he is, he's also around you. Your guides and loved ones, Kayla, are wanting you to go back to the drawing board a little bit with what you want within your life. They're saying that things are actually not terrible, but that there needs to be changes that come from you. Things that bring you joy, that bring you happiness are going to make the biggest difference for you on your path. So that was for Kayla M. Let's see where we're going now. Leslie, where'd it go? It's gone. Okay, she said, hi, Matthew, would love some guidance or aura color, please. So Leslie, as I'm stepping into your energy, the first color I'm seeing is green. And green to me always represents a period of going within the self, stepping back from the world, focusing on the self. And they're saying you've been in that since June, if not slightly before that. The next color that I'm seeing coming in is really cool. It's blue with like a gold color beside it. And blue to me represents healing, but it's coming right for your third eye and heart. And I very much feel like what that represents is major awakening, so third eye, and major emotional healing, which is the heart. The gold to me means breaking onto a new path. And I feel like by the end of this year, you're wrapping up your current life chapter, and I see a new one beginning very soon after that. They're saying that your current chapter had to do with learning to use your voice, express yourself, and things like that. The new chapter is actually joy-based, so it's about following your path no matter what. So I do feel like that will be quite good. All right, let's see where we're going now. Denise Campbell, will finances get better soon? Denise, yes, they will. I see a meeting for you in the first or second week where things will become very clear and it will be a helpful meeting. So it will get better for sure. Looks pretty good to me. Let's see. Samantha Favello says, anything from my brother or sister, both their birthdays are this month. Thank you for all you do. You're very welcome, Sam. Samantha, I'll call you Sam. I hope that's okay. All right, Samantha, let me see, brother, sister energies. I don't know if this is one of them or not, but I'm getting somebody who passed away very suddenly, very quickly, where their chest was affected, but I do not feel like this is necessarily an illness. This feels like it comes from outside the body. So to me, that's injury or something coming from outside of the body as the cause of passing. I also feel like this person was really bubbly, very fun-loving, very kind-hearted, very joyful. I'm very, very drawn to a delay from their moment of passing to the moment of people knowing what happened. So I'm getting a delay there. So that could be hours or days. Whoever that is that's around you, they're coming forward for you. They're wanting you to go back to remembering the fun times in life, the times of being carefree, because they're saying in the last year you've become so serious, but too serious. They're saying you become way too serious in your path. They're saying that your ability to help people is amazing, and they're excited for you to do that. They're saying you're a medium as well. There's also a child who's either on Earth now or coming that's also a medium. It's a boy. And I feel very strongly that it's important that you embrace your gift, but I also feel like it's important to add fun to your life as well, because they're saying a huge part of your path in this moment is being taken up by worry or stress that doesn't need to be there. So that was for, I didn't write her name down. I apologize. Let's see where we're going now. Okay, I'm getting somebody coming forward here. This is going to sound strange, but I'm getting a woman coming forward. She says that she was in a nursing home and they didn't really understand what was wrong with her. It was just like she couldn't take care of herself anymore. She says she couldn't take care of herself, but they couldn't figure out exactly what was going on. She's also saying that she had a major bowel obstruction towards the end of her life, or maybe even passed from one. Whoever that is, she's coming forward for people on Earth. I believe she's coming forward for three females and a male. She's saying that she's very happy to see that one of them just moved to a new house, and she's very, very excited about that. Tanya is going to help you, she says. She says, Tanya is going to help you. And this is about buying or selling of property. Whatever that is will become very, very good and really exciting for you as time moves on. So I'm excited for you with that, whoever that's for. All right, let's see where we're going now. Getting another female coming in, but she's young. I'm gonna light a cigarette. Hope you guys don't mind if I smoke. She's saying she was murdered. She's telling me she was murdered. She's showing me the 9th of a month, and I also see the month of February. She says that she has come to you over and over again, and that you feel her presence. She stands behind you when you're sitting on the gray couch. She's showing me a gray couch. She says she stands behind you, not to freak you out, but she stands behind you. She's also saying that you have her sunglasses, and she's laughing, and she says, somebody still has my old report card. And she's like shaking her head and laughing. She says, no, I wasn't the best student. I also feel like a male name that starts with the letter D is important in all of this. She wants her loved ones to know that even though she had a scary death, it wasn't scary for her. She's also saying that people thought she was into drugs, and she says she wasn't. It's important that she say that because she says that somebody keeps saying that she was into drugs or addiction or something like that. And she says she wasn't. She loved to have a good time, but she was not an addict. And she's coming forward with that. She says it's very important. Let's see what else we got. Oh, she was a strong one. Let's see. Guys, I think that might be it. My guides were just like, hey, you're done. So I will try to get on another time this week. But I hope all of you have a fantastic start to your week. And I will hopefully build my resistance up again to doing an hour worth of lives, because I just got zonked all of a sudden. So much love to every single one of you. And I'll see you guys soon. I hope each of you have a fantastic night, a great week, and I'll see you soon. Much love. Have a good night.